Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Shayna here, and we are back today with a proper color and chat. And I am going to be coloring out of this book by Kameliya Angelkova. The hashtag is still going on. It is hashtag Angelkova in August 2020. So first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody who is participating in that. There are so many posts on Instagram. I did not expect to get that many posts, so it's very, very exciting. I do try to go through and like everything, heart it. I don't always get to comment because there are way more than I ever expected. So, with that out of the way, we are going to do this mandala. Whoops. So we're going to do this one. Hopefully we'll be able to finish it on camera, but no promises. And I am going to blindly pick my colors. So I think I heard this idea, well, Danny talks about it, and I think Nikki and Niagara also does it, where they do like 3 markers and 2 gel pens. Sorry, my mom's texting me. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick 3 markers and then 2 gel pens and just see what we get. So I'm gonna close my eyes and pick. You guys will be able to see, but I won't. So that is what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and start with the markers. I'm gonna use my Spree markers today, and this is the 84 set. So fold that over. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. We'll pick that one. I feel like I need to push them around, but there's like no space to do that, so. Oh, what if I dig my hand in? Then I really don't know what I'm grabbing. We'll go with that one. And then that one. Okay, so I'm gonna push these over here and try not to look at them. And I'm gonna move the markers out of the way, which is gonna be a feat of strength, I think. Ugh. And then move, I'm like blind, like have a blinder up, so sorry if you can't hear me. And move my gel pen bucket, which is in my Disney popcorn bucket from the holidays. And now I'm gonna close my eyes and pick, I think I said 2. These are a lot harder because they're really packed in there. Okay. We're just gonna put the hand down, grab that one, and then this probably, I wish I had like a front facing camera. I'm sure this looks ridiculous. I've literally got my hand over my eyes because I don't trust myself. We'll go with that one. All right, I'm scared. Okay, we're gonna look now. What do we get? Ooh, I like the gel, okay, I can work with this. I like the gel pen colors. And these are actually really great summery colors. So this is gonna be fun. Okay, I'm not mad about it. This one's glitter, and then this one's metallic, so that's cool. I was hoping I'd get a metallic for these. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it might be a little bit of a struggle with the gel pens. They're not the best in the world, but they work pretty well. But I'm excited about these bright colors. This is gonna be fun. Okay, not too bad for the first try. So we will go ahead and, excuse me, I'm drinking soda, so pardon the belching. We'll go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start with the glitter or the silver gel pen, and I think I'm gonna do all of this stuff. Well, now I see it's attached to the flowers, so I'm like, do I want that to be that color? Or do I want those to be green? And I remembered a blotter page this time, guys. Maybe we'll do, okay, let's start with the green, actually. Let's go here. Alrighty, so how is everybody? I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. The one thing about this book, and I'm gonna have a line there, but it's fine. I don't care. Is that it's like off center. So I'm sorry if I color out of frame, but let me zoom you guys in. Boop. This way? This way. See, this is, now that I'm zoomed in that far, it's hard to, because of the non-centeredness of this page. Alright, we're gonna go with that. Hopefully that's okay for you guys. I'm sure I'm gonna end up like spinning the book too, so. But how is everybody? I do apologize for last week's lack of videos. It was just, I don't know. Last Monday, which is my like Saturday, I just felt so lethargic and tired that I didn't get around to filming. I was like, oh, I'll do it, and then I took like a 3-hour nap, and then I got up and I just like watched videos. So it did not happen that day. And then Tuesday came around and I went to the beach with my family that came into town, which was very nice. So they have a condo down in St. Petersburg, Florida, and it was the first time they'd had a guest there since they got it in like June, maybe? May? I'm not sure when they closed, but yeah. It was really nice. I needed that beach day for sure. I love the beach, except for the fact that I got sunburnt. And now I'm itchy because it's starting to peel, and yeah. It's just, that part is no fun. But that day was fun because, yeah, I got down around like 11. My parents were actually supposed to come down, but with like my stepdad's health stuff and just the COVID numbers, it's just, I was like, yeah, please don't. It's not safe for you guys, so just stay home and I'll see you guys when I see you. But I'm kind of glad they didn't too, because my days off changed. So the days that I had put in to have off, I didn't get off. So yeah, it worked out that they didn't come down, but I miss them. But yeah, I got down to the condo around, 10:30. We got out to the beach probably around 11:30. I did end up staying the night. So yeah, we spent the day on the beach, and there was like nobody there, which was nice, because I took a mask and I was like, well, I'll put it on if I like feel like I need to, but I didn't. So that was nice. Like there was no way you couldn't social distance. So, and it was funny because we were sitting there and like, it was fine. Oh my gosh. Okay. So before I get into that story, we had just gotten there and there were these massive like black clouds, lightning. You could see the lightning in the distance. And we were like, oh no. Like, are we gonna have to, I was gonna be really, really sad if we had to pack up and go back. And Jamie said, my sister-in-law said the same thing. She was like, I'm gonna cry. And I was like, me too. But this big, this big ass storm, just gonna say it because it was huge, went right around us. It just went the opposite direction. And I looked on the radar and there were storms all around us and they just went, joop, right around us. They didn't touch us at all day. 'Cause then when we went back, we went to the pool and, sorry, I'm concentrating on this little spot, but we went back to the pool and, sorry, I lost my train of thought again because I'm focusing on trying to stay in the line. There we go. And there were clouds and my brother was like, are you really gonna get in? And then they kind of went away. And then we were in the pool for a little while and there was this big crack of thunder and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna get out. Because we had actually just been talking about that to somebody on the beach about like lightning and all that. But yeah, we got really lucky because even when we went out at night, we just went downtown St. Pete to this place called, I think it's called Moon Underwater. And it's like a fusion place, but it's like curry and Irish food. So there was like fish and chips and then curry and Indian stuff. It was really cool. It was really nice. We sat outside. It was not busy, and they say that place is, my sister said that place is usually packed. And there goes a truck. So it wasn't busy at all, which was really nice. And of course we sat outside. So we were very safe. I mean, we were out, but we were being safe. And I got the curry and it was really good. It's actually, I still have it in my fridge and I'm like, I need to eat it, but I'm afraid to because it was already, I mean, it's curry, so it wasn't spicy, but it had a kick to it, and I don't like really spicy things. So I'm afraid now that it's been sitting in the fridge like marinating that I don't know who is messaging me right now. But, oh, I think it's a girl from work. Oh my gosh, that text message distracted me. What was I talking about? Oh, now that the stuff's been sitting in the fridge, I'm afraid it's going to be really spicy. But we'll see, we'll find out. I have bread here, so worst comes to worst, I'll eat some bread and drink a glass of milk. But it was really good. But even when we were out there, there's this new pier there, which kind of sucks because, like, it looks really cool, but it opened like right before all of this, so it was pretty busy over there. We did put our masks on when we were on the pier, but other than that there was nobody on the streets. So we took a picture and like behind us was this massive storm cloud, but it never came near us. So yeah, went to dinner, I stayed over, and then woke up really early and drove back and worked a 12-hour shift. So I was freaking exhausted last like Wednesday or whatever. But my body keeps doing this thing where like I'll have to be up by 7 and I don't want to wake up at like 5, and I'm like awake. So I forget what day it was, but I woke up at like 5. I watched a video, I colored a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel tired again. I'm not going to force myself to stay up, so I will just lay back down for another half an hour, and I'm glad that I did, because that actually helped. I was like, this is either going to make it worse or make it better. So, yeah, that was fun. So that was Tuesday. Let me think. I have things I want to talk about. I'm just trying to think of which order I want to talk about them in. I don't know. Work has been interesting. People are getting bolder and bolder about taking their stupid masks off, and I'm like, no. Keep it on. You know the rules. Stupid. I don't know. It's very frustrating. So I'm trying to get, because I'm very non-confrontational, so I'm trying to get better at like, hey, and not saying like sorry, because I'm not sorry that you have to keep your mask on, but like being like, hey guys, you can't eat in here, go outside. Yeah, I was gonna say that guests are getting more guesty, but unless you've really worked at Disney, it doesn't make sense to say that, but it just means that they're getting annoying, basically. And like yesterday, guests were very guesty. I don't know, I was on register and not for very long. I had a shorter shift yesterday, and everybody just seemed miserable. I was like, why are you here then? Like, go home. Be miserable there. Don't make us miserable. I know it's hot. And I know you have to wear a mask, but like, you knew that. And it's Florida in the middle of August. You knew that too. It's hot. I don't like it either. But I have to be in this thing for 12 hours, and you can leave whenever you want. And then I saw a post on Facebook that said if you can wear mouse ears from rope drop to part close, you can wear a mask. And that is so true, especially when they're new. Those things hurt your head. They're so tight. And if you can do that torture, then you can wear your freaking mask. I don't know if I want to do these green too. I think I do. So yeah, everybody was just miserable. And I think I mentioned in my highlighter video that I had a story to tell you guys about a guest. So she came in, and obviously we don't have condiment bars or anything, and we had gotten rid of our waters. Like, we used to have these water filler things in the lobby, and it was a pain in the butt-ski for us because you have to on busser, when you were busser, you'd have to fill it, and it really sucked. So I'm actually going to use the silver gel pen for these. I don't know why, but I want to. And of course it's not working. So when my gel pens don't work, I shake them like back and forth. Sorry, I'm off camera, but I shake it and then I blow on the end. And usually that gets it going. Sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't work, sometimes it's just the ball getting stuck, so I'll like lick my finger. That doesn't usually work at all, but sometimes it does. But yeah, these aren't the best gel pens, so I'm gonna put the lid on, blow on it, and shake it. I hope that helps. Yeah, this one's not working, which is sad, but I might just switch it out because it is a gray. It's a silver gel pen, so we know that. So I don't feel like I'm cheating so much if I just grab another silver gel pen. That one's a glitter. Let's see. That's my plain glitter. I'm trying to get as close to this color and maybe the glitter, or like just closer to that color. Maybe this one. No, that's green. All right, let's try this glitter one. See if it'll, there we go. That's pretty good. So sorry I had to cheat a little bit, but I couldn't get the pen to work, and I don't want to fool around with it forever. I can't believe we're almost at 20 minutes already. Holy crap. This might be a long one, guys, so if you're still here, pause yourselves, go grab a drink or something, food, anything you'd like. I kind of want to go over the black lines with this. I think I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. See what happens. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So yeah, we had gotten rid of our water stations a long time ago, but before COVID, you could always just walk up to the counter and be like, "Hey, can I get a cup of water?" And we'd just get you a cup of water and get you out the door. Now we can do that. So I'm gonna preface that, like, they can't go up to the counter, but if I was at the exit and somebody came over and was like, "Hey, I just really need a cup of water," I would gladly grab one for them if they were nice about it. And remember that, if they were nice about it. So I tell the lady we don't have our water things anymore. She huffs and rolls her eyes. And I'm like, so at that point, I'm like, I'm not going out of my way to help you. I'm sorry, I'm petty like that. If you're gonna be nice to me, I'll help, I'll do whatever I can for you. If you're gonna be like that, hell no. And excuse my language, but I'm heated about this one. And not so much anymore now, I can just kind of laugh at it, but so I made her stand there. Her family's there. And then the line moves, so I have them move up, yada yada, whatever. And she proceeds to move along, whatever, is acting so dramatic, so I'm just ignoring her. I'm talking to other guests. And then I see that they haven't moved up to the next spot. So I go, hey guys, can you just move down here like a little bit closer to me so that we can keep our social distance? And she looks at me and she goes, you want me to pass out here or over there? And I was like, okay. So at that point, I just, whatever. And I walked away, or like turned around, and I was like, fuck you. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I try not to swear in my videos like that. And I just did. And I am so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. My cheeks are bright red right now. I can feel it. I'm so sorry, but that's how I felt. That totally slipped. My bad. My bad, my bad. I really hope that you didn't have little ears around. I am so sorry. But yeah, so I was like, okay, well, whatever. And I turn around and then she goes, so my back is to her, and she proceeds to go, if you had just gotten me a cup of water. So I turned around and I said, ma'am, I just have to follow the rules. And she decided to become all fine with that and was like, I know. And I was like, screw you, lady. Like, whatever. And then they left finally, and my coworker comes over and goes, was she mean to you too? All with like a big smile on his face. And I was like, yup. And I was like, yeah, they can go lay in a hole. Yeah, she was really, I was like, and then the thing is, she was acting all like, oh, I'm gonna die, and then walked just fine to the counter and stood just fine by finishing Connect, which is where we give out the drinks, and then walked just fine out of there. So I was like, you're freaking fine. You just want it your way, and because I didn't give it to you, you're mad. And then my coordinator came over and was like, is everything okay? And I was like, yeah. Everything's fine with me. I'm not gonna give him the story unless he wants it. And I didn't do anything wrong. Follow the rules. So, but yeah, had she been nice about it, maybe I would have said, hey, Justin, can you grab me a cup of water? But nope. And I don't really care if that makes me a bad person. Not gonna, And that's the thing that used to tick me off so bad about attractions, because at least here, it seems like so far, leaders and coordinators really have your back, especially now. But in attractions, like if I told a family no, they can't come in early for their fast pass and they decided to throw a fit, those freaking coordinators would escort them right into the line, and I'd be like, you tell me that you have my back and then you do that. No, I don't believe you. Next time I'm just gonna let them in so that I don't have to deal with it. Ugh. There's a lot of, which I won't get into because I don't know who watches these videos. I don't want to get in any trouble. But stuff like that would make me mad. And there's just some politics at Disney that aren't the best, but you know, that's everywhere. That's every workplace. It's not just here. But yeah, I was after a while I just laughed about that lady, and I laugh about it now, but I was like, yeah, I'm not helping you. And that's how I felt yesterday at register. I was like, all right, I'll take your order, take your payment, go stand over there. Like, be nice. And there's always people who are nice. And then again with them, I'll like have a conversation, or I'll do this or do that. But if you're gonna be rude, no thank you. All right, what color do I want to use next? Let's see. So, needless to say, friends, if you go to the parks and you're just nice and a decent, you don't even have to be overly nice, just be decent to the cast members and they're gonna help you. I don't know why, but these just have to be yellow. As you can see with this kind of mandala, I don't really go in an order. I just kind of color what I want to color, the way I want to color it, and then go back later. So I just like pick where I want the color. I don't really work inward to outward or outward to inward, especially with something like this that is more like a picture than just like a circle. Yeah. So, rant over. Again, I apologize that I used that word. I really do. I am so sorry. And I know I'm laughing about it, but that's just my nervousness. That's not anything else. I do apologize. I am so sorry. It came out and I instantly went, ugh, in my brain. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In person, I have a potty mouth. I just, words fly, and so do my friends, so it doesn't really matter. But here, oh, I really try to be careful. I like this color. That's a really pretty pink. This is gonna be pretty, guys, I think. I hope. What else? Saturday was my birthday, which was fun. I worked a short shift, and I worked a very short shift because I left early. I took an ER. I put it in for 1 o'clock, and I was out by 1 o'clock, and I was like, all right, going home, gonna shower, gonna clean up. And then I just had me, my roommate, one of our mutual friends who was over all the time, and my friend Ashley, and we all work at the theme parks. And I heard a person say this on the radio the other day, and it made a lot of sense. And it's like, we're all out there exposed. So we have all been to the same place. I feel okay being with my friends who also work at Disney. Now, if friends were to come down from like out of state, other than my sister-in-law and brother, because they travel a lot and all that, so but like other friends or like higher risk friends, I definitely wouldn't be risking that with them. I wouldn't be seeing them. But yeah, I felt like it was fine to have 2 other people over. So there were 4 of us all together. Sorry, friends, I'm going to take a sip of my soda. Drinking a cherry Coke, which you can't see because I am zoomed in. And I'm sorry for the lighting. I'm just going to zoom you guys out because it doesn't seem like it's helping. There we go. To have you all in there. Okay, let's see. What do we want to color next? I want to go with the pink. This is hard. Let's see. I don't know. I think I'm gonna pick up this purple gel pen though. And go, I think I'm gonna do these. Purple. Yeah. Yay, it worked. So I feel like it's really hard to mess up a mandala. Like, it always works out. I have never seen an ugly one, ever. Even my highlighter page that I did last week ended up working out okay. Ooh, that is really glittery. I don't think you guys can see that, but it is really, really glittery. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so Saturday was my birthday. Had my friends over, and I have to show you the cards. I'm gonna do like a birthday video for you guys so you can see what I got, but I have to show you these cards if I can find them. Actually, and I'm gonna sneak peek a book to you real quick. Okay. Which you can see in the corner now. So the cards that they got me, so my roommate got me this one, and my my friend got me this one, and it's a 2 and a 7 birthday card because they were like, we couldn't find one that said 27. But I opened these and I busted up laughing. Hope your big day is big fun, and then it says happy 2nd birthday. And it cracked me up, and he said always live life to the fullest just like a 2-year-old would, which is super sweet. And then this one, happy 7th birthday. Imagine your favorite kind of day when all your dreams come true and you'll know all the happiness that's being wished for you, which is super cute. And then this was my roommate. She said, couldn't find a 27th birthday card, so we came up with this. Hee hee. So I lost it. I laughed really, really hard. And then my roommate got me this book, which I will talk about more, but I am obsessed, you guys. I pulled it out of the bag and I was like, and then I sat there and I flipped through it with them because it's just, this book has been on my wish list for like at least 2 years now, and I've just never picked it up because I kept waiting to see if the price was going to go down. And she got it for me, and I never told her that. But this is very much like her too, like the anime-ish style. Well, I mean, she's not like a huge anime fan, but we have very similar interests. So I am so freaking I was so excited, and I'm still so excited about it. I love this picture. I really, really, really want to use watercolors in this. I just think it would be so cool with like the sketchy look to use watercolors. Oh, I love that image. So I will be doing a full flip of this because I'm so excited. So apologies for that little detour, but and I got some other books and some other happy mail from some lovely, lovely people, so thank you so much. You guys know who you are. But yeah, sorry, my head's in the way. I was like, my jaw dropped when I saw that book, because I was like, if I see it at Walmart when I go next, I'm gonna get it and like call it a birthday gift. And I didn't, which, well, I haven't been to Walmart since, but I'm glad that my birthday was when it was, I guess, because I would have picked it up. But she was like, every time you got a package, I just kept she was like, I've had it for a while. Every time you got a package, I just kept hoping that it wasn't that. It's so funny. But yeah, love that book. So yeah, we ordered macaroni grill. We ordered it and then brought it home, so we picked it up. And that gave me like 3 meals. Like I had that for lunch and dinner yesterday. And then obviously dinner the night before, so. But yeah, we laughed and laughed, and it was so nice because I don't think that I've laughed like that in a while. So that was cool. And I FaceTimed my parents. My mom sent me a package. My grandma's package hadn't come yet, and I was gonna go get it earlier, and it just decided that the skies were gonna open up and it was gonna storm, and it's still kind of dark out there, but I'm hoping once I'm done here I'll just walk my little butt over there and check the mailbox. So when that comes, I will FaceTime them again. And now this pen is going. Come on. There we go. Some of them are so easy to get working again, and then some just refuse. Yeah. So my birthday, I'm trying to think what else I did this week. Not much. I worked a lot. I had a couple 12-hour shifts. Yeah. I don't know. I have very mixed, well, dang it. I shouldn't say mixed feelings, but I'm starting to get to the point where COVID is just annoying. And I'm still being safe, of course. I'm still gonna wear a mask. I'm still gonna wash my hands, try not to touch my face, all that good jazz. But like, I'm to the point where I can't not live my life anymore. Like, not go pick up dinner or like just totally lock myself down when I'm not working, because I'm, like I said, personally, I'm already out there. So as long as I'm not exposing other people and like keeping my distance from like strangers, I think it'll be fine. Like, I have no qualms going to the grocery store, but I'd really like to go to like I have my Universal annual pass and I haven't used it. Well, I mean, I've used it, but since COVID I haven't used it, and it's sitting there wasting money basically, so I'd really like to go. I was gonna see, one of my friends wanted to go to the parks if we were allowed to, but we're blocked out. But now, so I was gonna see if she had a pass if we wanted to go to Universal. I don't know that she does, but anyway, that's not going to happen because our dryer decided to break. So I think it was last week it wouldn't start, and then I cleaned out the lint and stuff, so I thought that was the problem, and like really dug into it to clean out the lint. So I thought it might have just gotten caught, but it did it again yesterday, and I tried everything and it didn't work. So we have somebody coming over tomorrow to look at it. I'm really stuttering over my words there. And that always makes me nervous because, I don't know. Somebody said, I think it might have been Nikki in your vlog, you said about, somebody said it. Maybe it wasn't you, Nikki, I don't know. Oh no, it was Ann Hatfield. She was talking about, I don't know if it was a haul video or what, but she was like, or no, it was her finished pictures. She was like, I colored this one because there was a plumber in the house and I have stranger danger. And that's me. I get stranger danger when people are in my house, especially men. And this is gonna be a man, and I'm gonna have to wear a mask in my own house, which sucks. Unless I shut myself in my room, but that makes me even more uncomfortable. Because I don't know this person. Like the other handyman that my landlord has come over, I really wouldn't mind. Like I'd still wear a mask, but I wouldn't mind him being in the house. I've met him before. But I watch, which this is a good segue, I watch too much true crime. I'm gonna make these purple too. And that is what I did mostly last week. Because I was watching one of my drama YouTubers. If you guys follow any of that, which I don't, maybe Danny you do, maybe you know who he is, but his name's Peter Mon, and he cracks me up. He's great. Recently I've like just not been in the mood for his peppiness, I guess, so I haven't really been watching anything but his drama videos. Sorry, my head's in the way again. I really want to zoom in, but it really just does not. Like, the book would have to be half off the table. Let's see. Wow. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I'll try that. But he was talking about in one of his videos, because he has a true crime book club on Facebook that I actually joined, but I haven't seen any posts, so I'm gonna have to go in there. Excuse me. But he was talking about like this serial killer that lives near him, and he's a gay man, and this serial killer preyed on gay men in the 80s and 90s, I want to say. And his name was Herb, wow. Baumeister. If you guys are into true crime, you might know of him already. I had never heard of him. So, of course, then I was like, I need to know, because here goes a unsubscribe. No. I love, like, true crime and stuff. I always say that I hate being scared, and I do, but I like kind of being scared in that way, because most of these people that I want to know about are gone. Like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and all that, but it also paranoids me. So this serial killer, Herb Baumeister, was in Indianapolis, and he would go to the gay bars. And if you guys are sensitive to this stuff, I apologize. I meant to give a disclaimer before I started talking about it. But one thing led to another, so I do apologize. So I don't know how long I'm going to be talking about this stuff, so maybe just skip this video if you guys are like sensitive to this, because I don't know. So I will be talking about this and like supernatural stuff for a little while. So yeah, maybe just skip the rest of this video, and if you are, bye friends, and I will see you next time. Or just skip through and see what I'm talking about at that point. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back into talking about it. So bye friends, if you are not gonna watch any longer, and thank you for being here. Yeah, so anyway, he would go on the weekends that his wife was away at the lake house to, I know I'm working with these gel pens a lot, but I'm having a lot of fun. he would go to this bar called Our Place, and Peter, who I watch, it was like, it was OP's, and we frequented it. And he was like, and this was during the time that this guy was killing people. And he was like, yeah. So there's a series of videos of him talking about it, and he was like, I'm just glad that, like, I never met him, because at the time he was an alcoholic and was always drunk, and of course serial killers prey on vulnerable people, so he would take the drunk guys home, and then they would have a few more drinks, they'd fool around, and he'd have them get in the pool, and he would strangle them with the pool hose. And he was like, so Peter was like, in some of the earlier videos, it's like, I'm glad I never met him, whatever. And then in one of the more recent ones, which I actually had watched first, he was like, yeah, I was at this guy's house and I didn't remember it. He said he met one of his friends at one of the 12-step meetings, and they were talking about it, and his friend was like, I'm just glad you guys never ran into him. And the friend goes, well, didn't you tell her? Like, we were at his house. And he was like, what? No. And he was like, no, I kind of vaguely remember it. So then he went to the house, which is still standing, where all of this happened, and they did like a ghost hunting thing, which I love that kind of stuff too, but we'll get to that. And he was like talking about that then, and again, these videos are older, I went back to watch them because I was interested. So if you put in Fox Hollow Farms and Peter Mon, you will get a video that says investigation at Fox Hollow Farms. And it's actually really interesting because the current owner at the time, which I don't think they own the house anymore from what I was reading, but anyway, he would give tours every once in a while, like once a year. So like people, you have to be real lucky and like kind of famous to get a tour, or like a big paranormal group. So, but he knew all of the history and everything about it. So if you want to know, that's interesting. There's also other documentaries, but I'm going to talk about it too, the case. But there's this documentary called The Haunting of Fox Hollow Farm, and I watched it, and it was not good. Like, it was good information because there was an investigator that was on the case talking about some of the information, but like they brought in this paranormal team, and the paranormal team was okay. It was kind of weird, but they had like mediums, and I do believe in that kind of stuff, guys. So like, I believe that people are empaths and can like, and know about what happens after life. I do believe that. So, but there was one that I liked, that I felt really knew her stuff, or like was really, not knew her stuff, but you know what I mean, like really genuine. And I don't remember her name, but they brought her in, and she knew nothing about what happened at the house. So like to hear her talk and say things was really interesting, but other than that, I would suggest watching it. Like, it's entertaining. I was honestly scared going into it because Peter talks about it, and he's like, it scared the crap out of me. And they call it like a horror movie, but it's not horror. It's not horror. It's just talking about the case. So yeah, so it's a good, I would say watch it once. If you like it, cool. I thought it was interesting, but the one lady just seemed like a fake, and then they brought in this shaman guy, and I just couldn't understand what he was saying. Not because of his English, just like the way that he was talking. I was like, I don't know what that means. It was very like uppity, which is fine, but I just couldn't understand. So that didn't help me at all. And I was watching it without knowing much about the case, and I was like, well, wait, you didn't answer this question. So then I went back and I've watched like other documentaries and other investigations that have been really good. But back to who this guy was. So he was there. So there's Save-A-Lots now, but I don't think they're the same thing. It was a thrift store, and he owned them, so he was like quite well off, and they had this massive, it's basically a horse ranch. And so they had this place, and I don't know what color to do next. I haven't used pink very much. Oh, went over some hearts and not over other hearts. I think it was a ranch then, I don't know. But another interesting fact is that everybody who's owned the house, except I don't know about the guy who was doing the tour and stuff in that video, but like foreclosed on the house. So like that's a sign right there. But anyway, he would go to this bar when his wife was away at the lake house with the kids, and he'd pick these men up and kill them and dump their bodies in the backyard. And at one point, his son found a skeleton in the backyard. A skull, I mean. And he brushed it off, saying that, like, because his dad was a physician, so he was like, oh, that's just my dad's, like, I don't know how it got out here, but I'll take care of it. And then it, of course, disappeared. So if you watch the documentary that was on, I believe, A&E, it's on YouTube. That gives you like pretty good information because they're talking to one of the lead investigators, and his wife. So yeah, that's kind of how the police got interested in it, but his wife wouldn't let them on the property to search and all that stuff. So it just kind of like kept going, and he got better at hiding the bodies, and then he burned the bodies, and yeah, it was just, it's pretty gruesome. I probably shouldn't really be talking about it on here, but I want to do these leaves pink. And I am very apparently long-winded today, so we probably won't get this done, especially because I'm really thinking about the colors. Ugh, should I have done that? Yeah. So, yeah, and then when they finally were able to search the property, they found, like, many bones. I think confirmed and identified they have 7 victims, but they're pretty sure there's upwards of 20 or 30 that were on the property. And at the time that Peter went to this house to do the investigation, the man said that, the current owner, said that they were still finding bones, like fragments of bones. And there was a creek that ran behind their house, that would just like wash the bones down the river. So they'd be in like neighbors' backyards and stuff like that. And of course animals have probably scattered them. So they don't know how many people that he actually killed, but they think he could be one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. But anyway, all that to say that I really like learning about that stuff, but it also scares the crap out of me because I'm like, there's people like that still out there. But yeah, I'm like, I really like to read about it. I know that's weird, but it's fascinating to know. And like, unfortunately, Herb killed himself before they could even question him or anything, so we don't know like what his background was. A lot of that's the part that intrigues me, is like the mental health aspect, because a lot of these people have horrific horror stories in their past, and as a child were abused and neglected, and it's actually terrible. And I'm not trying to sympathize with them at all, but they killed people. But that's part of the reason why, so like it would be interesting. That's the part that I like, is like learning about their background and stuff. But it's scary to think that people like that are out there. I think I want to do this like a sunflower. So yeah. Like, I watched the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix, which, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, is really good. It's very chilling, because it's actually him talking to an investigator, so you hear his voice. And there's a point towards the end of the series where, like, you can hear in his voice that switch of this upstanding college student just switch, and all of a sudden it's, like, very evil, and it gives me chills just to think about it. Because he's talking about more people that he's killed and that you'll like never find them and all this stuff, and it kills me. But I want to watch that movie with Zac Efron playing him, which is a dramatization, but still I've heard good things about it. Yeah, I know this is kind of all over the place, but let's go. Excuse me. And I know it's kind of quiet because I'm thinking too hard. Having this limited palette is very hard for me. I thought it would be easy, but it's not. This is very hard for me. So, let us see. Especially this middle section. Yeah, and we're already at 50 minutes, which is absolutely insane. We'll see. I haven't this issue with my phone that like, because when I film it's sideways and I have to flip it in editing, and my phone's been like refusing to save it, so I export it to my iPad and then flip it. But yeah, so I don't know what to do that color. Kind of want to do it purple, but that's all purple. This is hard, guys. Why did I only choose 5 colors? How do y'all do it? This is hard. I could leave it white. I could leave that part white. It's already pink. I'm trying to think of like the picture as a whole, if it would look weird if I did all of these pink. I think it'll be alright. Let's do it. Whoops, that's green. So yeah, just I like that kind of spook, but then like I think about it, and why I started getting into this was because of the guy coming in to do the dryer tomorrow. And I'm like, and my landlord was like, I'm gonna give him your phone number just in case he needs to get in touch with you. And I was like, okay. And then I thought about it and I was like, what if he's a serial killer? Because like, if you know anything about like the BTK killer, he was a phone lineman, and that's how he found his victims. And then that's where my mind goes, and I'm like, ooh. So I don't really think that that's gonna happen, but I don't know this person. So then I was like, maybe I should have said, please don't give my phone number to him, but I think it'll be fine. If y'all don't hear from me next week or in a couple days, you'll know why. Just call the cops. Please don't, actually, because I don't want you doing that on false pretenses. We'll leave that to my roommate. But anyway, sorry, that got really stupid real quick. But yeah, I love watching like paranormal investigations too. Like Ghost Hunters was one of my favorite shows, and it did come back. I don't know if we're gonna get a season this year because of all this, but I like that show. And I prefer that one over Ghost Adventures because I really don't like Zach Baggins. I think he's a jerk. I think that they overreact to literally every little thing. And I don't think that it's good to taunt spirits. Again, like I said, I believe that spirits exist, and what I think it is, and what I've read from like mediums and stuff, is people get stuck. For whatever reason, they're stuck. And that's what a spirit is, and it's like this residual energy. So they talk about in like ghost investigations and stuff, residual occurrences, which is just like this person is kind of stuck and they're just doing the same thing over and over again, and that's why you'll see the same thing over and over again. And yeah, I just think it's super interesting. But yeah, Ghost Adventures I don't care for. I just don't like Zach Baggins. I think he's a jerk. And there's a better word for him, but I'm not going to use it because I've already slipped once, and it's actually not that bad of a word, but still. Yeah, I don't like it when they're like yelling and screaming for something to happen, and yeah, because there's a difference in like antagonizing a little bit to get something, especially like I watched another investigation of this Fox Hollow Farms, and the guy, they were in the pool room and they were using the ghost box, which no they weren't. What were they using? I don't know if they were doing EVPs, which is the electronic voice phenomenon, or like the ghost box, which like spirits use to manipulate words and bring certain words out that they want to say. I think they were using the ghost box actually, and I'm not an expert, so you guys can research that, but they were trying to talk to, because they're pretty sure that the ghost of the killer Herb is there, so they were trying to contact him, and they were like, well, oh, what did he say? He was just trying, like, you killed all those men, are you like a coward or something like that, and they got a reaction from it. So like something like that is different than like, come at me bro, and all that weird crap that Zach does. I just don't like that show. So I'd rather watch Ghost Hunters, which is just Grant now, I believe, in the new ones. So that's kind of sad, but Jason, I think, has moved on, and that's fine. But they have a whole new team on Ghost Hunters. Yeah, I've also had like my own experiences and stories from people that like I actually know. There's one that one of my friends from grad school told me, and it was like I got massive chills when she told me, and I can't remember the whole story anymore. But mine is that my dance studio growing up, we're pretty sure was haunted, by like the old, and now something's rattling behind me. Great. By like the old groundskeeper, and his name was Mr. Long. And so like the owner of the studio, like they had seen him multiple times, and he's just kind of there. Doesn't hurt anybody, doesn't really show himself, but we were there late at night one night, and it was like getting really late, and my mom taught there too, and we were just there. I was a kid, and I was playing with my dance teacher's son. We were hanging out, and my mom and Sherry were talking, and all of a sudden there was like this huge bang, like somebody slammed against the wall, and we went out to see like if one of the benches had fallen or something, and nothing had moved, and the door was locked, and like we were like, okay, time to go. So that's really the only one that I clearly remember. My mom talks about her old farmhouse being haunted by this little redheaded boy in overalls who would like rattle the china case and stuff when she was home alone. She said she one day came out with a curling iron, was like, now just stop it. Stop that. And it never happened again. So yeah, just like strange things occurring. And then when I would go as I got older, and we would go into the dance studio like alone and stuff, Mom and I would, when she would go alone, and then when I would go alone, we'd open the door and be like, hey, Mr. Long, it's just me. Please just stay where you're at. But there's always, like, when I would go in alone, there was always kind of like a strange vibe. Nothing, again, like malicious or anything, just kind of like, okay, I'm not really alone here. So, yeah. Anyway, I babbled about that, but I don't know, I think it's interesting. And I also have read this book called Survival of the Soul, and it's written by a medium, and I can't remember her name right now, but that was really good. And it's funny because some of the stuff she said in her book, I've heard other mediums talk about as well. And I'm like, well, I don't know. When you have so many people who say the same thing, I don't think it can be fake, which you're definitely allowed to have a different opinion. But for me personally, I'm like, there's got to be some truth to this. And again, there's people out there who are just fakes, but there's people out there who I think really do know things. And it's kind of crazy. And I've always wanted to go to one, but I'm afraid they're going to be like, yeah, you're going to die next week. And I'm like, I don't need to know that. So, not that they will, but, And I've also not lost really anybody that close to me that I feel like there's any spirit that would come forward to, like, say hi. So, I don't know. Oh, the other weird thing that I had happen once was there was this jar that was, like, stuck. And I was a kid. It was me and my cousin, and we were trying to get this jar open. And we couldn't get it open, and we couldn't get it open. And then we were like, our girl, just, like, give us strength to open this jar. It was so stupid, and we did it, like, jokingly. And then the jar opened. And, like, it had not budged. And obviously that can be a coincidence. But it, like, freaked me. We were like, ugh. It was so weird. But, yeah, I don't know. The only real experience that stands out to me is the dance studio, because that was strange. And, let's put this one over here. Oh gosh, I forget what I was gonna say. I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter. I should probably shut up about that now. But, well, no, you know what? I remember what I was gonna say. I've always wanted to go do, like, a ghost tour, but I'm scared. I'm like, do I really want to experience anything? Oh, that's the other thing. My friend's apartment growing up was 100% haunted. She would see him. I wouldn't. But there was always, again, like, a strange vibe. This man, I believe she described him as being in black, with a trench coat and a black hat. And he would stand, like, over her bed. It was very, very weird. And, like, weird things would move and we wouldn't be able to find them. It was just, yeah, it was very, very strange. That apartment was 100% haunted, and it was in, like, the older part of town, so I don't really know how long that building had been there. But, and who knows, because it wasn't the best part of town either. So, I don't know who that could have been, but it was very strange. And I forget, they had named him at one point. I don't remember what it was. I feel like when you name things, they're less scary. And I think that's why people, like, don't believe in stuff like that, because when you can't necessarily pinpoint it, our human brains don't like that. But I think the paranormal stuff is fascinating, and obviously the serial killer stuff, but that stuff is also scary. And that's the other thing that, like, Peter talked about. He was like, after I left, I didn't want to go back, and it wasn't because of, like, the experiences and stuff. It was just that, like, he talked about driving down the road. He felt like, and I get chills, like, just listening to him and thinking about it. Like, this is the last thing that these men ever saw. And it's crazy, like, it's the last drive they took. And, like, he was like, I just kind of hate that we talk about the serial killers, we don't talk about the victims enough. Which is very true, and I had never really thought about that, but it's so true. Like, they're more so now, their stories are getting told, but why are we almost glorifying these people? I think is what he was getting at, rather than condemning them, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy. But I also started watching this channel here on YouTube called, oh wow, we're already at an hour 4. Called Criminally Listed, and they talk about like factually talk about unsolved mysteries and like true crime, and that's really interesting. Like, what was I just watching? Oh, like cold cases that were solved in 2020. And that stuff's cool because like we have technology now that we didn't way back when in like the 70s that are helping people find like their family's killer and stuff. And it's like genealogical testing that like if they have DNA from the son of this person, they can trace it back to the person who did it, you know what I mean? So that, I mean, it's hard to explain. I'm sure you can look it up, and they talk about it on that channel, but that's crazy to me. That's how they found BTK too in like 2004, his daughter's DNA. Yeah, crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. So be safe, people. Always stay vigilant. That's my thing. Is like, I know it's part of anxiety too, but just trying to be, like, I'm always on guard. If somebody wants to hurt me, it's not going to be easy because I hold my keys in my hand and I am super alert usually, even like pumping gas, but especially when I get home at night. So, and like, I'm not going down without a fight, so I don't know, it's scary though to think about that think about it that way. But yeah, crazy. Anyway, sorry about that rambling. That had nothing to do with me, but that's basically the kind of stuff I've been watching, other than coloring videos, which I'm finally caught up on for the most part. Oh my god, last week I like fell so far behind on coloring videos, and I'm trying to like comment and stuff, but if I watch your videos and I don't comment, don't take it personally. It's me. It's hard to like find time to sit and actually like oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? And like compose a comment as I watch the video anymore, because I want to be coloring, or I'm doing this or I'm doing that at the same time. So it is not you, my friends. Well, I guess I just babble on too much. I don't think we're gonna finish this one on camera. But I tried. I don't know if you guys can even see the silver, but it looks pretty good. I guess we could save it for next week. That's an idea. Rather than do a new page. Should we try that? Maybe we'll try that. I'm afraid I'm going to forget about it, but I'm going to have to write the colors down that I used and put a sticky note in here if we're going to do that. I'm really debating it. Let me know down below. I won't finish it then tonight like I was going to. We will just wait and try to finish it next week. I think we are going to do that. So that'll be fun to finally see a picture. I just want to finish a picture on camera. And it looks like I can't do it in one video because I don't want to talk for an hour and a half, which is fine. There's videos I like to watch, but I don't know if you guys do. So yeah, we will continue this next week. And I'm sorry I am all over the place. I'm quite tired. But I did want to talk about like the spooky stuff, so which I guess I could have saved for Halloween. Yeah, so thanks for sitting and watching, my friends, and listening to me. I'd love to know your thoughts down below, what you think about my weird not obsession, but my weird interest in the paranormal and serial killers. So who knows. I wanted to say something else. Oh, we are so close to 500, guys. We're like 5 away from 500. So I'm sure the next video that I do, like next color and chat at least, I'm hoping that we're at 500. And then at that point, I will start putting together a giveaway. It's not going to happen like right away, but It will be soon. I'm already thinking about it in my head. So if you guys don't watch all the way to the end, you won't know about the giveaway. So I'm going to throw it into a video somewhere instead of like putting giveaway in the title. So yeah, I guess actually I had an idea real quick. So I'm going to color these as I wrap up, so that you're not staring at just my hands. Yeah, so we're almost there. And I could not be happier because I can't believe that how long has this channel been up, guys? May? Like consistently. I think it was close to the end of May, June, July, August. So like 3 months and I'm already at 5. That's crazy. I did not expect that whatsoever. So I really, really appreciate your guys' support. I love that you guys are participating in my color along right now too. That is so awesome. So yeah, I think I'm going to use the rest of the night to color, but not this picture. So I'll leave this in my whip box that I have by my bed. And we will finish it on camera next week. And I think I will go back to working on some buddy colors because I am way far behind on those and I really need to step my game up. So I'll probably throw videos on the TV and sit down and watch and color, and I will color tomorrow because tomorrow is my Sunday, so I will be free and I will hopefully not get murdered by the dryer guy. Okay, anyway guys, thanks again so much for watching. I love you guys and I will talk to you soon. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and yeah, don't forget to say hi in the comments below. Like this video and go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. I will talk to you soon, y'all. Bye.